Social Club. Today we have our team pictures with Tom Laird and Lisa. And excuse me, sir, what is your name?
I'm Terry Koch.
Is that Cook or Koch?
Koch.
Koch. Okay.
Because Tom.
And Mr. Bellfelder.
Monty.
I can't talk anymore. Here, take that. Thank you.
Okay, we're waiting on two people. They will be here shortly.
And one is the queen.
One is the queen of the crew of Mid-City,
That one is
New
very
Orleans.
She does have a key.
I think they're carrying a bar up right now. I'm hearing the wheels.
We're here to have a good time, cooked good food.
Good food.
How long have we been here?
Bill, how long have we been here?
Bill? 14 years. 14 years and counting.
From how many to what?
From one to what you see here.
We started with one lonely Indian.
Bill Felder and Tom. Well, ask me some more questions.
Tom's not talking. Tom is not talking today.
Terry Koch. This is Terry Koch.
We started this a long time ago with a very small group. Today we probably have 50 members, working members on our team. I think we have a sponsorship that is going in on about 1,500 guests a night, something to that effect. And we do this because it's a labor of love. Everyone here absolutely gives their best effort, and it's something we really love. Tom, why don't you say a few words?
God dang, that was incredible. You're like a spokesperson.
Yeah, I agree. That was.
No. Oh, no, don't get me.
Right now I'm going to introduce you to the head of the kitchen, Gary McCabe.
I'm probably one of the newest members here, and I was invited, and I started off as a dishwasher, and then my boss quit, and all of a sudden they looked at me and said, "You're the head chef now." And
Not chef.
cook.
Not chef.
Good.
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher. Okay. So anyway, so there's I have 20 or 30 people back there, and every day, every year, someone says, "How do you do this?" And I said, "I don't know. Everybody has a job. They all do it, and at 6 o'clock, everything's done. And I just get in front, and I'm the guy that gets the credit."
There you go.
That's right.
Who else?
Bill.
Come on, Bill.
You're the founding member. Go ahead and get up front there, Billy.
Come on, Bill.
Founding member.
Don't sing, just talk.
The founding member is tired, like everybody here. The founding member is wondering when we're going to be able to go home and get some sleep. Other than that, we've got one more party tonight. We had, I think, around 1,500 people Thursday that we served. Last night, God knows what the number was. I know that we went through enough booze and cases of beer where people hurt the next morning. Hopefully we'll do some good and win something. So we'll see where it goes. That's it.
One more thing. Next year, our last thought after all of this effort, I think we will have this catered next year.
I'm Lon Babcock, and we are out here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo World Championship Barbecue Cook-Off. You need to ask me questions before I give you answers. Anyway, we'll try to make this. My wife and I organized and started Texas Gulf Coast Barbecue Cook Association in 1993, and we evolved into one of the largest pits of IBCA at that point in time. IBCA is the International Barbecue Cookers Association. In 2002, I believe it was, close to that anyway, we separated from IBCA and became our own sanctioning body, one of the largest organizations in the state. And we run approximately 45 cook-offs a year across the state of Texas. What else do I need here?
How does your judging criteria differ from IBCA?
IBCA and Texas Gulf Coast are essentially the identical judging procedures. There's a little bit difference. About the only difference is that we require 2 half chickens on all contests, regardless of what size. and we require 9 ribs and 9 slices of brisket in all contests as well. This way, regardless of what cook-off the cookers go to, they always have the same turn-ins. That way it makes it a little easier for the slower cookers. Slower than mine, mind you.
Do you have a grand?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a grand champion from all of your?
Yeah, each year the cookers accumulate points by virtue of where they placed in each of the categories and where they placed in the overall grand championships in each of the cook-offs. And at the Invitational, or Texas Gulf Coast Invitational cook-off in May, those points are all accumulated, and at the end of that cook-off, grand champion for the Cooker of the Year is presented. And at this point in time, there's only been 3 cookers who have been Cooker of the Year. One has been named Cooker of the Year, or 2 of them been named Cooker of the Year twice, and that is a husband and wife, and each of them cook individually. I'm sorry? Oh, that was Don and Jan Canterbury, We Be Smoking, and We Be Smoking 2. And also Craig Cherry has been in there for 2 championships. And he is Texas Pepper Jelly.
Announce myself. Okay. Hi, my name is Sandy Babcock.
That's about
live here
it.
in Houston, Texas right now. Going to tell you a little story about Texas Gulf Coast Barbecue Cookers Association. My husband Lon and I actually started that as a pit of IBCA in 1994. We had been to a cook-off and saw how well IBCA ran their cook-offs, liked it, and decided we needed a chapter here in the Houston area. Eventually, we became the largest pit of IBCA. We had the most members. We had the largest cook-offs. And early 2000s, we decided that we were going to pull away from IBCA and form our own sanctioning body. We use the same name, Texas Gulf Coast Barbecue Cookers Association. We are predominantly in the Texas Gulf Coast area. We do some around San Antonio and, any place where they call us and ask us to come. We've done a lot of new cook-offs. We've got some very large cook-offs. We do the San Antonio Rodeo, which this year had 302 teams. Hold'em and Hit'em Club in Houston had 150 teams. Several that are anywhere between 75 and 100 teams. Our judging process is a double-blind system. We don't know who's bringing in what when it comes in. We leave the one ticket on the tray. Once it's judged, we go to awards. Tickets pulled off the tray. That's when we find out who the winner is. It's the same basis as IBCA. We haven't changed any of that. We use lots of judges, so anybody's product could go before 5, 10, 15, 27 people, depending upon the size of the cook-off. As I said, Lon and I started it in '94. We have just recently retired. We're going to travel, see the world, go to cook-offs in other parts of the country, see how they're run. The organization is thriving.
Watch that chair.
Hi, my name is Trooper DeThample. I'm with the 1st Cavalry Division Horse Cavalry Detachment out of Fort Hood, Texas. I've been with the detachment currently since January 2012. A little bit about the detachment. It was formed in 1972 to help preserve and maintain the drill standards and traditions of the U.S. Cavalry during the 1800s. We also support the 1st Cavalry Division and Fort Hood by participating in ceremonies and other events, and also support the United States Army in its recruiting efforts and public relations. Out at the detachment, we ride two different types of saddles. We ride an 1885 McClellan saddle with 1904 quarter strap modifications, and we also ride an English saddle. When you first get out of the detachment, the English saddle helps a rider develop new balance and a proper military seat. In that proper military seat, the imaginary line runs from your ears to your shoulders to your hips to your heels. After you get better in your riding, your balance, and everything else like that, they'll transfer you over into B group. B group is just basically the same type of rider, except they have spurs on their boots. They ride the McClellan saddle. A little bit about the 1904 quarter strap modifications. Back in the days, in the 1800s, the saddle was just fit to that horse that they had. If that horse went down, they'd have to take the quarter straps that held the girth together underneath the barrel of the horse. They'd have to cut them off, measure out new ones, and sew them back together. Nowadays, we just have a little buckle on the side that we take and adjust the buckle to the size of the horse. We can take it out there from the smallest horse that we have to the biggest horse that we have. Currently, the detachment has 45 horses, 5 mules, and 2 dogs. The dogs are the purpose of the detachment mascot, and they help keep the mules on the wagon motivated. A little bit more, everything that we do out of the detachment is self-sustained. We send guys to Ardmore, Oklahoma to learn the art of horseshoeing and farrieing. And then we send guys to Springdale, Arkansas to learn how to make the saddles, the 1885 McClellan saddles that we ride. And we also send guys to St. Joe, Texas to learn how to make the right 19-inch cavalry riding boots that the troopers wear out there as well. We're all active duty soldiers. It's a one-of-a-kind job. There's nothing like it. You learn a lot of new things when you get out there as part is the history and everything that goes on into the 1800s era of the U.S. Cavalry. It's an awesome job. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But other than that, we have 3 types of weapons that we use that they used back then. We have an 1873 Springfield carbine trapdoor model caliber .45-70, an 1873 Colt single action caliber .45 revolver, and an 1860 light cavalry saber. A little bit about the saber, it also replaced the 1840 model, which was known as the old wrist breaker because it was a little bit straighter and a little bit heavier. Now the 1860s model is a little bit lighter and it has a little bit more of a curvature of the blade, which helps absorb the shock from the impact of the target. And it also has a blood groove that runs down the blade that helps retrieve your saber from the target after, without the suction effect of a typical stab wound. Other than that, if you guys ever get any time, Thursday mornings, 10 o'clock, we do a practice demonstration up there at Fort Hood, Texas on our practice demo grounds. Anybody's more than welcome to come out and get a barn tour of the facilities 24/7, 365. There will always be somebody there to maintain our mounts and everything else like that. So other than that, I hope to see you guys come around sometime.
This should do it. Still don't know.
We came through.
Check together this one
On the bone?
Oh, right here. So the eye going to the juice.
Tommy, where's that green bag? You said it's in there.
All right, let's see on the. I'll tell you what, we'll slide it down a little bit. It's good. Good there?
So you're going to do ribs instead, huh? Or no?
Oh, this is a ribeye. Ribeye.
Oh, sweet!
Pick and wait.
Sweet!
Tommy had to cook it on that rotisserie.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh my God, yum. That's a good looking ribeye too. Perfectly marbled. I've never been eaten by
What are we seasoning with?
Salt and pepper.
Just salt and pepper?
It's dry aged for 28 days. You don't want to put anything on it. You want to taste the real meat.
The meat.
You know what I use?
How many pounds was this?
When we started, it was like 30 pounds, about 27 pounds. You know, it'll shrink.
We're going to get a team picture on this later.
But when you come over to my restaurant, I'll show you the meat locker. We got like, I'm all hanging the whole section.
Next Wednesday, I'm coming. I already booked in the calendar.
All right.
We'll come in Wednesday night.
I wait for I show you the meat locker and we'll see what I have. Then I get the lamb.
Good afternoon. I'm Ted Bilski. I'm the general manager with Epicoa Rotisseries. We are at the Texas Social Club Pavilion at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo World Championship Cook-Off. What we are doing today is we've got a little Brazilian rotisserie barbecue going on. We generally make most of the equipment for Brazilian steakhouses. So what we've done is we're bringing the Brazilian technology home to the consumer's backyard. So what we're doing today is I've got a little jalapeno cheese sausage, some little wings draped with my favorite wing sauce, some Parmesan cheese and some seasoning. And our good friends at Smith & Lewinsky Steakhouse have brought us a 30-pound prime rib, dry age for 28 days. You know what, the sausage will probably take about 20-30 minutes, the wings about 40 minutes, and the beauty of the prime rib is probably in about an hour to 2 hours we'll start slicing off the first layer, and that'll be for our people who like it a little well done. Next layer being sliced off, a little medium rare. Next slice off, a little be rare. So I can accommodate everyone's meat preference in a single serving. So the unit you're looking at today is kind of our commercial / catering line. It can go into a built-in application, into a commercial kitchen on a catering truck, food truck, for example. It can be built into an outdoor kitchen. We've had a lot of interest this weekend on people wanting to build these into their outdoor kitchens. So we may have found another use for it. And heat source is natural lump charcoal. The rods, the horizontal rods you're seeing here, I can put horizontal grates on them, and they can raise up and down. So if you want to do simple vegetables, hot dogs, hamburgers in two-dimensional format, you certainly can. The beauty of our grills is we promote the healthy aspects of cooking. As you see the grill turning, the food is basting in its own juices. You don't have the unhealthy carcinogens associated with two-dimensional grilling. On this grill here, I can cook up to probably 80 pounds of food in a single serving. So why is that important is because like this evening, I'll start taking some sausage off, they'll start taking some wings off, and we continue the replenishment process where you don't have to have a single specific eating time. You can eat starting at 7 p.m. and go all the way to 9 p.m. Again, bringing that whole Brazilian style cooking.
And availability?
Availability is you can visit us at epicoa.com. We carry the sheer churrascarias. Availability, if you order a grill today, you'll have it in 6 weeks delivered to your home.
Yeah. They think they're also sophisticated.
Everybody should have
Going on barbecue TV. Next week? Next week?
Good morning. My name is Jimmy Shuford. I'm Vice Chairman of Barbecue Cook-Off here in Houston, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. This is our 40th annual barbecue cook-off. Our judging criteria for our contest is based on 5 criteria: sight, smell, tenderness, and taste. Basically, our sampling system comes in. It's our box. Our contestants come in with a sample piece, a box with their space number. That space number is removed. We code that box with a numbering system that we use, and it goes into a storage facility for 3 seatings. We have 3 rounds of judges, 3 final rounds, or 3 preliminary rounds of judging, and a final round. Each round consists of about 45 judges, and the final round consists of 24. Our scoring system is a 50-point graded scale. Sight is a 5-point scale. The sight's on a graded scale 1 to 5. Smell is 1 to 10. Tenderness is 1 to 15, and taste is 1 to 15. And what we do on our scoring system, we actually throw out the high and the low, total the scores, and the top 8 in each category. Brisket, chicken, and ribs will make the final round. Our final will bring in 20, as I mentioned before, we'll bring in 24 final judges, and we'll take a new sample. Same system applies to the new sample to the final round.
Hey, howdy. Calvin Whiter with the captain of the judging and scoring side. Jimmy is the vice chairman above all of the contest duties, and judging will start on Saturday at about 11:45. Friday we tag in the morning about 10 o'clock. Everything can't be marinated. It's got to be, everybody's got to start from an equal starting point. And so we have official judging done on Saturday. That consists of 3 rounds of 45. And so it's a fun time. The judges are all volunteers. They come out and eat some great barbecue, and everybody's always having a good time judging all the good meat. We do have a Dutch oven dessert contest that takes place on Friday, right around 2:30 to 3 o'clock. They'll turn in Dutch ovens. It's all voluntary. We started the program, or the Dutch oven dessert contest 4 years ago. This is the 4th year. Is that right? And so it's actually evolved quite a bit. We started off with probably about 75 entries out of 280 entries on the teams, and it's evolved closer to 140, 150. So we're looking to do really well in that area. It's something a little more informal. It's fun, and of course you get to win the banner and have the bragging rights for the best dessert, Dutch oven dessert. So it's pretty neat. Now the grand champion is mostly bragging rights, banner, and some good. That's right. We do have reciprocity agreements with the Kansas City Royal, the Jack Daniels, American Royal, the Jack Daniels, the San Antonio winner. So they'll be out here today. They're teams that have won their respective show or barbecue contest, and they're coming out here supporting all the youth and education, all the kids. So it's pretty neat. Everybody you see here is all volunteers, and so it's always good to give back to scholarships. I was a scholarship recipient. I'm back here today, so it's always nice to give back. They have to go through a rigorous scholarship committee that picks the scholarships. I believe it's, don't count me, but I believe it's around $15,000 scholarships. And they go through, like I said, a committee that chooses them, applicants, and then they go on to college. Obviously, they choose their degree. A lot of times they're in ag, sometimes they're not. So I was an ag business degree, and so went on to do all that. But it's pretty nice. It's neat. It helps you out for school, and that's what we're here for. This barbecue generates quite a bit of money, over $2 million in proceeds for the whole show that give back to the scholarships.
My
so it's
favorite
pretty nice.
was, I guess it was some kind of maybe, I don't even know what it was, a creamed cake with some berries on it, because it had a good mixture of flavors, the sweetness, the cream. My least favorite was maybe some kind of a cinnamon type of a coffee cake. I'm not sure why. It kind of seemed a little bit dry.
Just didn't like it.
Just not, wasn't a big fan.
Next.
Oh, hi. My most favorite was a cake with fruit with it, and it had like a cream sauce. That was my favorite, and I think it was because it was something different and kind of creative with the fruit and the mixture of flavors. And my least favorite was one of the cakes because I just didn't think it was very flavorful at all. I just didn't think it had much,
and I'm up.
Unique
I'm
flavoring.
on. My name is Karen, and I enjoyed the third one the most because it had an awesome banana flavor.
And your least favorite?
Number 1 was my least favorite. It didn't have a lot of flavor to me, and it was undercooked. I didn't like it.
Now you're second.
Okay, I'm second. Hi. I like the first one I had, but I don't remember what number it was. It was, it had a really good flavor, and it was really creamy and moist. And the one I liked the least was the second one I had. I don't remember the numbers, though. And it was a little bit dry.
Okay. One more, and then we'll break. Okay.
My name is Phil, and the one that I liked the best was the Bananas Foster. It was delicious. The only other place I get this is at Brennan's. But anyway, the one that I liked the least was the first one, and I'm not sure what it was, but had some kind of kiwis on top. So it wasn't sweet. It didn't have any taste.
Okay. That way.
Hi, how are you doing? My name is Weldon. The most favorite, I guess, the one today, I guess I'll be honest, of all the table here, is the one with the alcohol in it was really good. But the other one, I'd have to agree with my counterparts here that there was one in there that was a cake, or that was kind of dry and stuff, and it didn't have a lot of flavor, and that would be my least. So we appreciate everybody coming out, and it was an outstanding time just being a part of this.
Hi, I'm Jeff. My favorite one that I liked was the first one. It was nice texture. It was just perfect. The last one was my least. To me, it was a little bit too dry. But it was good.
Huh? No baby backs. They're not baby backs.
Was there a line?
One year with them, just baby backs.
Take the two baby backs this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good. These good. Now they can't. See what they want. I like that. Bill turned into fell under people turned in shoulders and quads. It's tagging that big old square piece of meat.
Here, I'm gonna wait until they're done. I'm gonna pull that shot. Yeah. That jalapeno cheese on it. I tell you, it's the best I've had. And it's fresh cheese, and the cheese is oozing out on it. Yeah.
Take that one and that one. I'm gonna cut you one more. I want those in the pile. Hang on, take that. We're gonna sauce it in.
I like a little bit of cheese.
Put some extra ones in there, please. Everybody directional?
We got two more things to go. Y'all can watch it real quick. Two more ribs and brisket coming out. Okay, do it.
First.
You in charge of photography? Oh, you're videoing it.
I'm videoing it. I'm videoing meat going in box.
One of your neighbors back
Only
here,
in Texas.
I know they
No, I do it all the time.
took a nap. They burn up the Y'all serve that macaroni every night? Every night. Everybody walks in the door.
At the end of the night,
You know, I just breakfast.
To the left.
I won the macaroni contest.
Alan definitely won the macaroni. We won the macaroni contest?
Yeah.
The judges got too drunk?
Well, they had it for what, like 2 or 3 years, and then that was it. Well, On the contest side, we got a new guy. I'll bring that up.
That big box.
That work is overrated. Work is overrated, Phil. All your fun hobbies you had to give up? Yeah, I don't understand. Which time I got? 5 minutes. 5?
Where'd you end go? Working or? Oh, okay.
Go this way with it. We're putting up a 7. Okay. 6. That's all it really needs?
There's actually 5.
There was one that was real juicy, looked pretty good, tasted real good, but there was one that just wasn't, had this lingering taste that it wasn't good, so.
Chicken overall was good. There, like the lady said, there was one that had sort of that roadkill kind of flavor to it. One was outstanding. 3 were about the same, and points-wise, I'd say they were about equal. All were pretty juicy, which is a nice thing to have. None were dried out. I think it was a good overall showing on the chicken count, but no prize winners.
All right, I'll say 4 out of 5 were pretty decent. You guys need to understand that presentation is everything. You know, for you to just stick half a chicken in a plate and rely on the judges to cut it, it destroys the presentation for the rest of the judges. So why would you do that? Anyways, that's my 2 cents in the matter.
May I finish?
I'd have to agree with the other contestants. I'd say 4 out of 5 were pretty good. But as the one judge said, you got to present it right on chicken. Don't just give us a whole piece of chicken and expect us to cut it off the bone. That's ridiculous. In order for us to get a good sampling of it, you know, it should be cut. But overall, flavor was great. No problems with it.
Okay, I'm going to agree. The whole chicken, by the time it got to me, is pretty tore up. So the presentation went down. But 3 out of the 5 were good.
Graded by my teammates. I would say the brisket, in my opinion, not as successful as the ribs. They all, in my opinion, kind of tasted about the same. First one I had was a little tough. Actually had to use a knife to even get it apart. The rest were about what you'd expect texture-wise, but I just wasn't blown away by the taste on any of them. So.
Okay. Yeah. I think the first 2 were good. I had one that I couldn't even bite into hardly, but and the one was really dry. But other than that, the first 2 were very good.
Okay, what I'm looking for is the red smoke ring around it, which there was one that was really good, but you also have to have that texture when you pull it apart, and there was one that had really good. That one didn't have any at all. And there's some moisture and then some juiciness of it that there wasn't on any of them. So overall, they were pretty good.
Brisket's always a hard act to follow when you got ribs before it, but all samples were pretty even to me score-wise. They were all good, nothing bad this year, no alien mystery meats. Tasty stuff, but it's hard to score high after a good round of ribs. Hopefully the next batch will be better.
Miss Table Captain, can I finish?
Bottom line, all of you guys, I'd be ashamed of yourself. You make my barbecuing and my wife's barbecuing taste like 5-star. So anyway, that's how it is.
First thing we had was ribs, then we had chicken, then some brisket, then some more chicken and brisket. I think out of all those, the best tasting was the ribs. Second ribs was probably the best ones we had.
Okay, so I guess I can listen. Yeah, we started with the ribs, then we went to the chicken, and then we went to the brisket. And I got to tell you right now, the ribs, I'm going to go hunt and find where those ribs are made because they were fantastic. This was excellent barbecue. Second year I've judged this, and I got to tell you, this year, the entries were fantastic. Just really, really good.
I would say probably the first ribs, and close second was that second chicken. They're both pretty good.
I would agree. The first rib was probably the best thing we had come across. The second chicken was really good. Both briskets had good color, good texture, just a little bit off on the flavor. But overall, it's a good year. Had good meat this year.
I think this year's entrants were better than I've had in the last 5 or 10 years. Overall, pretty good stuff. The chicken was excellent, real tender and moist, which is unusual for chicken. It tends to dry out. The briskets were so-so, but the ribs were great like always.